So just got word that HPD did indeed terminate Ashley Gonzalez, the officer who made all the disparaging remarks on her Instagram video. And I'm a bit surprised that it happened so fast, but something like this, you know, you get a lot of media attention and a lot of community uproar, and they're going to fast track it, and that's what they did with her. So I thought she would be able to keep her job. So in that regard, I'm surprised that she's terminated, but at the same time, I'm not surprised that she got terminated. So hopefully she's able to learn from this and move forward. Hopefully somebody will give her a second chance, because I think we've all screwed up. We've all said things that we didn't mean in the heat of the moment, maybe venting to a friend or whatever. And we all should be allowed to redeem ourselves and get that second chance. Thanks for watching, everybody.
What's happening? I'm gonna give my 2 cents about this whole Ashley Gonzalez situation, all right? And I'm using that clip to talk about it. Some of the hypocrisies of America, in a sense. First, I don't think us Black Americans are surprised that a police officer had these type of views. Not surprising. I think what really got her in trouble was that part where she said if she got a call when she was at work, if it was a black person, and they're calling 911, she's just taking them to jail, which I would say, yeah, that was a problem. You had to get fired for that. I think there are other cops like, hey, I wouldn't have never said that. I would have did it, but I would have never said it on camera, because if you don't say it, you can't be held liable, because you go back to, you don't know what's in a person's heart. And then when we go, yeah, we do, but you can't prove you know what's in their heart because there's no proof of it. And it's like, oh, okay. Now, this gentleman that I use his video, I was going to use another Hispanic guy, because he was, I agree with her. Da, 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 da. It's like, cool. He had like a little, at least a security badge on. It is what it is. Here's the thing: when people say, people deserve second chances, it's one of those things where it's an untrustworthy thing, because when something racial that is targeted to black people in America goes on, people all, in a general sense, we always see this, it's not a big deal, let's sweep it under the rug, because so many people are um, participating in the racism. So it's only a big deal if you did something racist to a black person and they broke your face. Then it's a big deal. I was assaulted. No, that's self defense. No, it's not self defense, because I should be able to disrespect you and cuss at you and say slurs and put my hands on you and invade your space. I should be able to do that. It's like, that's part of that. What it goes back to, even in her video, when she was like, I felt so at peace by calling a black man a nigger. So peaceful, felt so good. And she made a slight reference that could be taken in context or out of context, where she said, when she grabbed a guy, called him N-word, it took her back to when she was in the Marines. And it's like, ooh. And we know, there's racism in the military too. We know that, but it's like, yo, you really, because of the hatred in her video, it can be assumed that's what she meant. I'm gonna say it that way. And it's like, so now you didn't put the military on blast, and now you put the police on blast, because the other thing about this conversation is, people feel like that's normal police. Like, I'm not gonna say that type of attitude when you're black is in the spectrum of what a normal police officer would be. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it is what it is. Now, recently I made videos about the fake allyship, right? And when things like this happen, social media, you 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 don't see as many video. I've seen videos in the Hispanic community speaking out about this. Not that many, but I've seen them. But I've also seen videos with them, like I said, agreeing with it. But the comment sections are what's more interesting. Um, excuse me. By the comment sections, you can tell the racism is a problem in that community. Now, getting back to the subject about second chances. Here's the thing: when black men have situations that involve the legal system or their job, they're not really into second chances. You get what I'm saying? Watch this. This could be rage bait for some people. I remember O.J. Simpson was found innocent. People second chance. No, they made movies about him depicting him as a murderer when he was found innocent. That's not a second chance. People made money disparaging the man even though he was found innocent. It didn't double back and convict him. No, he was found innocent. So you had the thing where Michael Jackson movies just came out. Yeah, people. Oh, he was he was accused of he messing with kids. No, he was found innocent because they did it twice. He settled once, and then they did it again, and then the kid that they settled with came out and said they lied just to get money. But um, that's what it is. How can I put this? Um, there have been plenty of guys who got convicted of something wrongfully that didn't really get a second chance at life. You get what I'm saying? There have been plenty of men that quote unquote made a mistake, and that mistake haunted them pretty much for the rest of their life. And nobody had an issue with, oh well, it is what it is. You should have never done that. And it's like, well, are you saying this young lady shouldn't be able to make a living for the rest of her life? Uh if she has to deal with anybody in the public, you know, because what normally happens with people like this is this is what they do. Just kind of like this guy was talking about her he didn't think she would get fired for that. If she didn't say the last part at the end about arresting a black person if they called 911 just because she was basically she don't like black people, she probably wouldn't have got fired. So that shows it's par for the course. But that part of procedure is like, yo, you're gonna get us sued because this video comes out. We say you hired, and then you arrest the black person, and they're gonna go right back to this video and sue the police department. That's just the legality part of it, right? And maybe they're probably gonna go after a license because that's a liability to every police department that she would ever go to. But no matter what industry she went into next, that's gonna be the issue that follows her. Like, if somebody black comes in here, you might, you think if she goes in the medical field, no, she's probably gonna, disappear with pay for a while. Maybe go to an all Hispanic area. Then it ain't a problem. Then they give her a shot. And then if she tries to work her way back to the city, at some point somebody gonna go, that's, okay. Or she might change her name. That happens too. You change your name legally, and then people go, "You ain't you? No, I'm da 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 da." That type of stuff happens. Um, and what I'm about to say, I don't even really want to get down to that part, but well, okay. I think she was at a station. She was in a black area, her station, and I know there's black officers there. And then it goes like, so y'all didn't know she was like this, and y'all, and then it goes, here we go. Now is it? Are you more blue than black thing, or or you're around these black police officers, but you hate black people. You're like, you know, because those black officers gonna have that conversation with their family at some point, like, and this was, and she's in y'all department, and y'all didn't never see this, which brings up the other conversation of if they knew she was like that, it's like, yeah, she police officer. They're not gonna do nothing to her for that, or that's how they get down too. Like that's why I say like nobody's really shocked by this, but this is America, and then for her to be quote unquote, she's a Hispanic and doing that, uh, it's not a surprise to us, but you know, with this whole ICE thing and immigration thing and the whole Trump thing and that community being under attack, it's like for us, it's like here we go again. Like um, every time a community is getting the heat from white people, the first people they attack is black people. Same thing, like it was the same kind of scenario with the Asian hate bill. Like you ain't heard of an Asian hate crime yet involving black people at all. But white people was on their neck for COVID, and then it's black people and Asian hate. It's like whatever, man. But this is just normal behavior. I'll leave it at that. I'll do another video on something else. I'm out.